Hi folks, how you doing? It's been a couple of weeks since we've posted anything, and you may have, if you're following along, you may have wondered what we're about and what's going on. Well, there were some health issues, both by me and also by our video team and so on. So we had some issues that kept us from being in touch as much as we wanted to. However, having a break like that gives us the opportunity to rethink what we're doing and why we're doing it and all of that. And I had been posting, I think, just videos to kind of keep you encouraged that God is still at work, and He's at work in the political sphere, He's at work in the Christian religious sphere, He's at work in all of His creation. And I wanted to continue to encourage people to keep thinking that you know, they have something that they're able to actually hang on to in these rather disturbing times. Politically, there are people that are happy about the way things are going and people that are unhappy about it. I think more and more people are getting unhappy as they begin to see the real world consequences of the choices made last November in the States. And they're beginning to realize that the world is becoming a less and less safe place and more dangerous. And a lot of stuff going on. It's like, okay, so whether you believe that you know, the world's safer because Trump's rhetoric is not in the White House, it's definitely not safer for millions of unborn children, that Biden has basically rubber stamped their death in the continuing policies that want to tell people that their abortions are paid for and encouraged, and the propaganda machine goes forward in all of the nonsense and non-science, really. Because back when, you know, the pro-life movement was in its infancy, and just to mention one thing here, there was a lot less scientific knowledge about what was going on, and today most of those arguments are absolutely moot. There's absolutely no way you can continue, although they continue as mythology, they don't continue as science. And so we now know far too much to believe any of the nonsense that was coming out that said, you know, this is nothing more than a clump of cells in a woman's body, and we can get rid of it early enough, it's not going to mean anything. Well, the fact is that by the time a woman knows they're pregnant now, they have, that fetus is able to feel pain. They keep saying, well, you know, do it before it has a heartbeat. Well, that's not the be-all and end-all. Just a case in point, the minute that you can fertilize a embryo in a petri dish and then implant it in a womb means that it was never a part of the woman's body in the first place. It was actually living before it got implanted. And so just that simple thing, I mean, should put a lot of the rhetoric to bed, but it doesn't. And so destruction continues, and we see the destruction of things in foreign policy. We see the people in bed with politicians buying, literally sometimes because of sexual issues, sometimes because of money issues. A lot of people who are compromised and who hold positions and who are being manipulated, even as the votes were manipulated in this last election. And of course it's all going to come out because God's still in His heaven and God can count votes. But having said all of that, this is not about being political. This is about reevaluating what is God telling us to do as a team that's willing to be His tool in this day and age and in this time in which we're going through. I think for many years the church has been asleep. When I look at the evolution of pastors now taking a stand politically, who 2 years ago couldn't be bothered to even be pro-life or to be active or to even speak up about anything, and to say, well, you know, that's really not our bailiwick. That belongs in the political sphere, not in the Christian sphere. And that's just so wrong. It's like God, the last time I looked, was the God of all of His creation, not the God of a particular group that meets in a specific building on a one day a week kind of basis. So we have these things that are going on. So as we are rethinking all of this, I guess what I want to say to you is that you know, we think through models. We think through things like How should we be behaving on a very broad basis, like macroeconomics? And how should we be behaving in the political sphere? And how should we be behaving when it comes to making videos and in business and all of the areas in which we have responsibilities? And so we're looking at all of this. And today was a day in which we basically, although we got together to shoot video, we ended up doing a lot of soul searching and going over things, going over patterns and over what God is asking of us to do. And I guess one of the things that we're being asked to do is to rethink it, much like setting up a network like The Blaze, right, or Newsmax, or any of the others that are coming out with their own idea. We're looking at maybe setting up a Rumble channel, and you know, are you ready to rumble with us? We really want to kick some butt and make sure things happen, right? But again, we want to be doing the right things and not just doing things for the sake of doing things. So we're asking you to pray with us, pray for us, pray with us, and then see if there's something that God puts on your heart to even partner with us, because we could do anything at this point as long as we're being obedient. We're doing the right thing. So that's the thing we're looking for. So we're asking you to join us with us in prayer, to be encouraged that God is at work and He's not late, and He's going to do something in His time, and He is going to set all wrong things right. We know that. We know there's 1,000 years coming where He's going to rule and reign on the earth, and He's going to fix it. And we are going to experience what it is to be a righteous creation on His planet. And I got news for you, by the way. If it's going to last for 1,000 years under His rule, it's not going to be destroyed beforehand. So we are not looking for the climate change or anything else to damage us beyond repair. And but God will fix and change the direction of things when He sets up His kingdom. Anyway, Thy kingdom come, Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, and that's what we're looking for. Love you all. We'll talk to you in the next video. God bless.